Welcome to Xinhua Global, brought to you by Xinhua News Agency. I'm Yang Yunqi online. 2020 is a year to be remembered. COVID-19 infections keep resurging, but we humans are battling in solidarity. China has provided antivirus assistance to over 150 countries and 9 international organizations. A total of 36 medical teams have been sent to 34 countries in need. In today's show, we talk to some guests and find out how China has engaged in the global fight against the pandemic. Up first, joining us now from Italy is Michele Guarracci. He is former Undersecretary of the Italian Ministry of Economic Development. Mr. Guarracci, welcome. So start with China-Italy ties and the global pandemic. The two countries have been in close communication and cooperation since the outbreak of the epidemic. So what have you seen?
Relationship has improved despite the difficulties. So what we have seen is a natural decrease in the business, travel, tourism, trade activity as a direct result of the virus, and this has been the not so good part. But this has been compensated by the closer relationship between the people, and I've seen very strong example of friendship.
You've mentioned that there are vivid examples of friendship between the two countries. So how can China and Italy deepen such friendship in the days ahead?
We have looked at China a lot as an example of the fight of the virus and see what we can do to replicate the model in sending help, and China has sent the help back to Italy. And this has been mostly people to people, also company to company. We need to work hard, and so the message that I want to give to your audience also is to push the people to people, corporate to corporate relationship.
Thank you for your insights. Next, we head for Kenya. Xinhua correspondent James Sunday is following the COVID-19 pandemic in Africa and joins us with the latest. Hi, James. China has been actively working with many African countries and responding their needs to contain the virus. So what have you learned right now?
Well, Chinese assistance to Africa was a welcome move as so many countries getting essential aid that went ahead in the fight against the pandemic. Some of the African countries have managed to contain the situation to manageable levels thanks to the assistance of the Chinese aid that came just in good time. The sharing of expert information among the African countries and the Chinese medical experts too helped a great deal in suppressing the disease spread in the continent. The promise of China to aid Africa with the vaccine came as a ray of hope to many African countries that had suffered the wrath of the pandemic.
Thank you so much for joining us. For more, I'm joined now by Kulambi Shalunga, Namibian Health and Social Services Minister. Mr. Shalunga, welcome. Can you give us more details about China's antivirus cooperation with Namibia? And what's your take on such cooperation?
Yes, during our response to epidemics, we received substantive support from the Chinese government. This support is in the form of numerous test kits, masks, equipment like ventilators, face shields, N95 masks, viral transport media, extraction kits, medical disposable protective clothing, and many others. Our medical doctors and Chinese doctors have been able to work together via virtual media so that the Chinese doctors share the experience in tackling COVID-19.
Thank you very much. Then I'm joined now by Keegan Murumbasi. He's a lecturer of the International Relations from Strathmore University in Kenya. Mr. Murumbasi, good to be with you. How do you make of China-Africa antivirus collaboration?
So I think it's very important for this collaboration to go, especially on the technical aspects of COVID-19, since China has already, brushed up its expertise in this area. So in a nutshell, what I would say, China's assistance to Africa in 3 ways. One is the technical assistance, where we are getting the medical practitioners involved. 2, we're getting the government involved. where the government is also helping build capacity of African states. We can see that it's also helping, for example, build the Africa CDC Center. And third, we are also seeing the private community and business community of China bringing their supplies to the African continent.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now we turn to Pakistan. Joining us now is Mushahid Hussain Syed, and he is chairman of the Pakistani Senate Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs. Welcome, Mr. Syed. Can you walk us through how China shared its antivirus experience and practices with Pakistan?
In Pakistan's case, we did not have any diagnostic materials. We didn't have the testing kits. China immediately provided 12,000 testing kits, which can test a total of 12 million people, 1,000 each. And then also financial support was provided for our hospitals and also personnel training and manpower. So all of these contributed, and we are very grateful to China because this helped us better cope with this crisis and also contain it.
Thank you for being with us. For more, Nasir Jalal, a molecular biology expert from Pakistan, joins us with the latest. Mr. Jalal, glad to have you with us. How do you think of China's engagement in the global fight against the virus?
China has shared resources, China has shared knowledge, China has provided assistance, monetary and technical assistance to a number of countries. In times like this, there's a quotation that goes like this: united we stand, divided we fall. This is a time when all the researchers from all over the world must come together in unison and share their resources, share their knowledge. And that is how we can overcome this pandemic.
Thank you very much. Our final guest is Khun Pak, Deputy Secretary General of Asean. He's on the line from Jakarta. Welcome, Mr. Khun Pak. How do you comment on China's anti-pandemic contributions to the world and words of hope for the international community?
China is, of course, one of our strong partners in our fight against COVID-19. And it is a clear example, why working together is extremely important, and there's a clear, result that you can see. And what is, fundamental to all of this is, to have a common understanding, a common belief that, a united world, a better world, a clean world, and a sustainable world is good for everyone.
Couldn't put it better myself. Thank you very much. As you said, let's build a united, clean, and sustainable world. Stay with Xinhua Global as we gather some important voices from around the world, and you can leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next show.